Hello all, Zeros here. Welcome back to my Rogue storyline series. It's been a while since I've updated, partly because I've had some computer issues, and the other part being I've just had a cold, and then it was kind of difficult to record when you can't really talk for more than about 2 minutes without starting to cough, and stuff like that. So, I've done some various different things in here. I've sped up pretty much the entirety of the video, various different speeds. All the combat I have set to like 4 times normal speed and muted the music because, well, combat music at 4 times speed sounds absolutely ridiculous. Besides that, I really paused really long on a lot of the text, so I wanted to have it be easier for everyone to read it. The problem is, when I was going through and editing, one, it took forever because the clips were so long, because it's 2 quests and I wanted to put the level 15 quests together, but there were also like these really long pauses, and I could read like each little bubble like 1.5 to 2 times each, and that seemed much. So most of the spoken text I sped up a little. Combat sped up a lot, plus I removed, as usual, my loading times and travel times to different locations. Because, well, really, I do these for more of cutscenes and the story that's going on in them, more than actual gameplay. I've been considering doing some actual more gameplay-like stuff. I have a couple of in-game videos that I've recorded just because I had my program running when I was doing them and said, sure, why not? I might be uploading those. I haven't really decided. I am still working on this storyline series, but it's going to be kind of slow because I have a ninja at 50 and I'm having a hard time getting on my alt and working on it because she needs to get her ninja to 50, and well, it just finished the level 20 storyline, so I've got that recorded, just need to edit it down. I have my Black Mage series on my main, which I just finished recording 2 different sets of quests, so I have to edit down those and record those, so it's just been a little hectic. Now, one of the reasons this took so long, like I said, is because the computer problems. My external hard drive had a lot of my things on them, and it kind of died. Part of it was I somehow had managed to make it so I can't play Final Fantasy XIV on my desktop anymore because my computer like completely wigged out when the external hard drive disconnected permanently. And so I had to do some jimmy rigging to salvage the video for this, and that took some time. But not only that, I had to re-get the program I used to record and get them to understand that yes, this is still me, it's on a different computer, I know. Re-download Audacity for the voice, which is what I'm starting to use because I'm starting to figure out how to do the noise reduction and stuff like that. I feel a little better about my vocals, at least, when I'm doing this. I've also given up on scripts, so I have a tendency of doing a lot, and I apologize. I will get better at that eventually, but it's a lot to try to do, and I didn't really do very well on script, having it like, okay, I want to talk about this and this and this, and I need to put it here, and it's just, no, I'm not that kind of structured person, so I just wasn't doing that very well. But anyway, I actually really enjoyed this quest, and I had a lot of fun doing it the second time around. And part of that is because in 2.4, when Ninja became possible, I remember doing this quest right after it launched. And I was horrible at Ninja. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really know how to do the quest. I had read all of the quest text, but I didn't understand what I was really doing, so I ended up killing myself twice, failing once, and finally managed to complete the quest. And looking back at it now, I can't understand how I could possibly have had that much trouble with this quest, because really, it's not that hard. Neither it or its second quest, the other level 15 quest, which is at the end of this video as well, were that difficult. So I think it was just not being having played Melee yet in Final Fantasy XIV that threw me, but I couldn't really tell you. Now, this is my Eslin. Elf. But it's an elf. Whatever you want to call it. I no longer use her for my videos. Unless something really strange happens. Probably not. She's probably just going to be sitting as a character holder for who knows how long. Might work on her on occasion, but I don't know what I'm going to level her as, because I don't want to do ninja on her. And because my alt is going to be doing ninja, who picks up the level 20 quest. And I might even be doing the level 60 quests on my main, because I think I'm going to do ninja first in Heavenswood. But I'm going to be switching over to what's currently my Makote. She was a Lala when I first started the series. And she's probably going to be either a Aura or a Hero by the end of Heavenswood, depending on how much I like the Aura. Because it could become my main, and then my alt will end up being the Hero. But my alt, Aslan, her name is going to be changed. Now, I've been waiting since I pretty much started the series to figure out what I was going to name her. And the problem is, knowing that we were going to get a new race, and I really wanted to try it, and I figured I'd probably do it on Az. I wanted to wait for the naming conventions. Well, they still haven't launched yet. So, either I'm going to be going with the naming convention name, which is getting less likely because I'm really starting to like the idea of using a different name, which is Zeraless, my YouTube name, and Soulage, which is my main's last name. I'm really leaning towards that, but I'm not making a final decision until after I get the naming conventions. That name is saved on my realm, so I don't need to worry about it too much. But anyway, so I've been thinking about that, and of course Heavenwood's coming up and trying to get all the information for that, and me slacking on all of my YouTube videos that I have recorded and all of that. It's just been kind of a bit of a mess. So that was the first quest. This is starting the second one. And really, I think the best part about the Rogue quests is the characters that you're dealing with. It's kind of the same for most of the class quests, even into the job quests. It's the characters that you are interacting with that make them so interesting. I really enjoy Jackie. His entire personality is entertaining. I love Vecba, the Stray, the Makote, the Lalafell, Fleetfoot. He's entertaining. The dynamic between the three of them actually is probably one of my favorite sets of class characters, which is one of the other reasons why I started doing this quest in the first place, because I love them so much. I wanted to be able to easily be able to go back and watch them whenever I wanted. And yeah, you can watch cutscenes in the inns at the main cities, but the problem is a lot of the talk and stuff for quests is while you're standing around them at whatever quest location it is, or they're right before battles, and not all of those are actually saved. Or like the little conversation points that get hollowed out to you while you're in battle. They're just those little things that I really enjoy. So I've been wanting to have them recorded for that. But then there's also, I know a couple of people who either don't play Final Fantasy, who wanted to know the storyline because they follow it a little bit, or who just don't play Ninja, don't play Rogue. It's not their cup of tea kind of thing. They only play ranged, what have you. And they wanted to know. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm doing the Black Mage storyline. On my main, just the Black Mage quests. I was level 30 when I started, so I couldn't really do the lower levels, and I'm not restarting it on my littles. Not doing it. The lower levels of Black Mage is hard for me. I'm having fun on it at 45. But that's one of those things. It's just, I'm doing these not only because I want records of them so that it's easier to go back and watch them when I feel like it, but for the people who may not be able to play it, want to play it, or those who are like me, would like to be able to rewatch the story. Now, usually I'm really quiet throughout all of it, and I let you read it and just listen to it, and I talk a little in the beginning, maybe a little in the middle in random places, and then at the end. But one of my friends has commented that maybe I should just talk about whatever comes to mind about the storyline, the characters, what have you. So I figured I'd give that a shot because this is such a long quest. And see what people think. Now, there's a lot of stuff going along, and this Olive, you probably easily can see her at this point. She amuses me. She also drives me insane. When I first saw her, it was credence to the fact that at some point in time we'd get the Musketeers Guild, which has been hinted at since 1.0 in most of the notes. And turns out, not quite. At all, really. So I'm not quite sure how the Admiral, how she, any of them are gun-wielding people, because I doubt that it's going to go into, oh, they were machinists, so we'll see how that ends up playing out. But she doesn't like pirates. She doesn't like rogues. She doesn't like the shadows. She kind of snob about all of it. And right out here, in this conversation she's having, she's critically blackmailing the rogues to do something that they would have done on their own had they not been confronted by her in the first place. Which kind of bugs me. Because the rogues have a code, and they follow it judiciously. And she throws that in their face when Jack just wants to go back to the Let's Go. And just the entire dynamic between that is strange. But anyway, I've prattled on for about 14 minutes now, and we're coming up to the end. I hope everyone enjoyed the video while I was playing and able to read it while I was yabbering on. Hopefully I'll have the other couple of episodes I have recorded out sooner than later, but with how long this one took out, I'm not making any promises to when some of the other ones get recorded, because I really don't know when I'm going to get them recorded. So, hope everyone had fun, and I will talk to you later. Take care.